Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I guess I have to start off all of my videos with, I'm sorry, my audio sucks. If you guys have such a giant problem with my audio, I can give you guys my Venmo if you want to donate to the broke ass Monica. Needs a microphone, but is too big of a cheap ass to buy one currently because she has bills to pay for. And before you say, oh, well, your hair, it's a different color, I know that that's expensive. This was my birthday present from my fiance, so I didn't pay for this shit. Okay? But until then, if you don't want to listen to the shitty audio, you don't have to watch the videos. So, just saying, just saying. I'm going to move on to the meme of the week, and I'm going to put it here. I think she actually looks bigger in the second picture. I mean, I don't know if it's the way that the clothes are falling on her body or what, but, or maybe just the angle. But honestly, like, I don't see a difference. I mean, what you should be doing as someone who did Beachbody, I know that this isn't Beachbody, this is Arbonne, but from someone who did something like that, you don't post pictures 7 days in or on day 8, as she says. What you do, if you really want to post something, you just say, hey, I'm on day blah, 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 and I'm feeling so much better. I feel less bloated. I feel more energetic. MLM fail. Oh, speaking of MLM fails, I have a Facebook group and I will leave a link for it below. If you're interested on joining it, just request and I'll approve it as soon as I see it. So let's move on. The reason why I wanted to talk about, I'm going to be talking about Arbonne, the MLM, in today's video. The reason why I wanted to talk about Arbonne was because of a comment that I got from a girl named Madeline, which I'll post now. If you watched any of the videos that I talk about Shakeology, I talk about how it's not good for diabetics from the research that I've done. Again, not a nutritionist, so I may be wrong, but from the information that I found on the interwebs, it's not good for diabetics, okay? And she noticed that I said that in the video. She pointed out that an Arbonne person reached out to her and basically said, hey, I see that you have diabetes. You should totally try out this program. Okay, first of all, there is type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. There is a significant difference between the two. The one, there's really not much you can do about it, which is type 1. You have to pump yourself with insulin, or, you know, like one of my friends who's a type 1, he is the, not even trying to make a joke, he is the worst diabetic I've ever seen on the face of this earth. He forgets his insulin everywhere. I've had to rush his insulin to him because he's left it at mine in my fiance's apartment. It is ridiculous. For this Arbonne girl to contact her, like, that's, no. Y'all need to stop making claims because you are not a physician, you are not a nutritionist, you are not a dietitian, you probably didn't even go to school for nutrition, you know nothing. So there is no way that you can say, hey girl, I see that you have diabetes, try my program. I have a lot of notes today, so I'm gonna try to remember to cover all of these things that are in my notes. What does Arbonne sell? Skincare, bath and beauty, nutrition, makeup, hair. You guys are the golden nugget, okay? You guys took every single MLM and put it into one big MLM, okay? Congratulations. Moving along. Now, like I said, I'm not a licensed nutritionist or anything like that, so I am not the person to be taking any sort of medical advice from. But from the research that I've done, correct me if I'm wrong to any people watching this that are in the health field or are actually certified to say these things. The protein snack bars, I looked at it online, they have 24 to 26 grams of carbs. I'm not a nutritionist, as I've said multiple times, but I was looking online, and I'll leave a link to the article that I was looking at. I was looking at an article that says if you're looking to lose weight, your carb intake a day should be 50 to 150 grams. a day. So if you're going to eat one of these snack bars that is 24 to 26 grams of carbs, and let's say that you're trying to stick to the 50 grams of carbs a day, you've already eaten half of the carbs that you should be eating in that day. You're better off getting your carbs from actual food, okay? And actually fueling your body properly. Another thing that I noticed is these Arbonne girls, are they required to have the same filter on Instagram? Because literally, if you look at most of these Arbonne girls, they almost all have the same Instagram filter. Now, from someone who likes aesthetically pleasing Instagrams and does all of that, and I love editing and playing with colors, you know, I over edit a lot of my Instagram pictures. I do, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't Photoshop my body, I just basically change the colors because I love playing with colors. That's just me. But these girls literally all have the same filter. So as soon as I see this filter, I'm literally reluctant if the person followed me to even look at their stuff because I'm afraid that they might be an Arbonne person and they're going to try to sell me their nasty ass shit, okay? And the whole watch me or join me hashtag that not only, I think Arbonne is really big on using that, but literally every MLM girl has started to use it. That's legit the new live, laugh, love of the MLM, or for the MLM industry. Next thing that kind of aggravates me a little bit, and I saw this in another anti-MLM video for Arbonne, I'm not going to post screenshots, audio, nothing like that, because I don't want to put this girl on blast, because she's probably just, she's really far down the rabbit hole when it comes to MLM. This woman, she's, I guess, like a higher figure or whatever in Arbonne. She doesn't make a full claim that Arbonne helps with infertility, but she makes a half-ass claim at it, okay? Now, with some of the people that I know, they have either had miscarriages or they cannot have children. Now, for someone who doesn't want children, I don't want children, I'm not planning on having children. I love kids, I love my nephews, but I just personally, I don't want them for myself. You cannot say that, oh, well, I couldn't get pregnant and I started Arbonne, and all of a sudden I got pregnant. I'm not saying that it's Arbonne, but I could not get pregnant for the life of me, and all of a sudden I got pregnant. You cannot say that. Let's move on to some numbers. I have my notes here. So I'm gonna post a 2018 income disclosure statement that is on their website, and I'll also leave a link to it below. So here it is. 2018, 65.7% of consultants made an average annual salary of $908. If you divide that by 12 months, you reach $75.66 a month. For 65.7% of consultants, that was the average, okay? Then if you move on to 24.7% of consultants in the year 2018 made an average annual salary of $4,228. Now, if you divide that by 12 months, you get $352 a month. A month. You would get that if you worked as a cashier, and you wouldn't have to even be busting your ass. Like, you would literally just bring items up. That's literally all you have to do. I worked in retail, okay? It's so much better than working in an MLM. Yeah, the hours suck, don't get me wrong, but let's see. When you're in an MLM, do you ever put your phone down? Do you ever put it down? Even when you go take a shit, do you put your phone down and not look through your MLM bullshit? No, you don't. Well, maybe some people do, but most people most likely don't. So going back to the numbers, those percentages of those people, of the consultants, together make up 90.4% of the company, of the consultants. 90.4%. on average, do not make more than $352 a month. That's ridiculous. That is absolutely asinine. I do not know. Absolutely asinine. Startup costs are $49 for a registration fee. It's a $20 upgrade for a preferred client, and it's a 12-month registration term. Granted, the startup cost is not that much, but you got to remember, you still have to keep that personal volume, which I'm pretty sure Arbonne has. I didn't look into it because I completely forgot about this part of the video until I legit sat down and was like, shit, I didn't talk about the startup cost. I didn't even look into it. So I'm looking at it on my phone right now. So, you know, but you still have to be a walking advertisement for the product, right? With all that being said, obviously the startup costs are not that much, but at the same time, you still have to be a walking advertisement of Arbonne. You still have to use the products, because how could you possibly sell the products if you're not using any of them? So in the end, you're still spending some kind of money, regardless of if it's tens of thousands of dollars like you would with LuLaRoe, or if it's just a little bit here and there. I watched this other video of some kind of vice president of Arbonne. She tries to use her experience of her being in college and then having something else lined up afterwards, which is the Air Force Academy, which I would like to say that if she does watch this video, thank you for serving. I do appreciate all that you do for this country. I appreciate every single woman and man that fights for our country and for our freedoms every single day. But that has nothing to do with this video. What I have a problem with is that she goes on to say that she had 1 penny left to her bank account as a broke college student who was going into the Air Force Academy, and she wanted to change her life. So she bought Arbonne. And she says that you get amazing support. Amazing support? I didn't get amazing support. And they all promised me amazing support. Then she said that they're fairly new. I heard of Arbonne a while ago. So I was like, okay, am I thinking of another company or am I going crazy? So I looked it up. They were founded in 1980. So what are you talking about that you guys are fairly new? No, the market is saturated now, so that's why everyone hears about these damn freaking Arbonne bullshit fizzy sticks and the freaking $441 30 days to healthy living, but you can get a discount on it if you become a preferred customer. Okay? Come on now. Really? Another thing that she also says in her video is she promises that, you know, the competitor of Arbonne, so let's use her makeup for example, because she actually used this. When you walk into Sephora, her example was they don't help pay for, you know, your rent or anything, but she actually promises that Arbonne will. You cannot make promises because not everyone will be successful like you were. Oh, what really pissed me off was she said that network marketing is the best and most exciting opportunity ever. Yeah, maybe if you were a housewife back in those times and you literally were stuck at home with your children all day long and you just wanted to hang out with adults, so you would go to these Tupperware parties. And come on, we always need extra Tupperware. There's never enough Tupperware because either a container or a lid always gets lost somewhere, or it gets brought to someone's house and they never give it back, which really pisses me off because I want all of my Tupperware back. So maybe back in the day, it was a great opportunity because it was a different time and it was a different structure. Today, with social media and with how many MLM companies there are, and literally every other person on my Facebook feed is a consultant to whatever fucking company is popular at the time, like, no, it's not the best and the most exciting. You want to know what the best opportunity would be? Is if you actually started your own business from ground up and made money from that business and grew it and did your own thing. Even if you have a boring office 9-to-5 job, you will still have a better opportunity than you will in an MLM, because you get, for most companies, I'm not saying every company, but for most companies, for the average, let's just say the average, you get health benefits, you get a 401k, some really good companies still give pension plans, and you get time off. If you want to take a week off, or let's say your kid's sick and you decide that you want to take a day off to take care of your kid, you can do that, and you can take care of your kid without having to work from your phone. They try to make these things saying, you know, I can work from anywhere and I'm working while I'm in labor. There was actually, I'll have to find it, but there was a meme somewhere about a girl that was literally in labor on her phone talking to her boss babe team, okay? When you have a real job, not saying your own business, because your own business, you literally put blood, sweat, and tears into it. But when you have a normal 9-to-5 office job, you are granted this time off. So if you want to take a day off, you can take a day off and not do anything. That's what personal days are for. You need a mental health day, you can take a freaking personal day, and you could just lay on your couch all day long, okay? But in an MLM, you never stop working because your phone's always with you. Unless you shut your phone off and you just like toss it somewhere, that is the only way that you're going to get time away from your business. Some more things that this girl said was that she claims that they're, you know, authentic. Let's be real here. If you have to say that you're an authentic company, you're not. You don't have to tell people that you're authentic or relatable. Another thing too is she said in her video, oh, what's the catch? There's no catch. Arbonne's the best and they give me a free Mercedes. Must we go over the free cars again? Okay, it's not a free car. You bust your ass for that car, and it is a lease. And on top of that, if you don't make your quota that month, you gotta pay for that lease. And let me just tell you something: a lease on a Mercedes most likely is not gonna be low. Okay. Number one. Number two, you got to put all this stuff on your own credit. So it's not free. Arbonne's not giving you this car. It's all in your name. They're basically just making the payment if you hit your goal for the month. So what happens? What happens if, let's say, someone, God forbid, someone in your family ends up in the emergency room and they're dying, okay? And it's a tragedy and everything like that, and you decide to put your business to the side. And let's say that you make nothing. You still got to pay for that Mercedes, okay? If you have your own car, for example, I have my Subaru WRX and I chose to buy that car. I chose it. That was a good car for me at the time because I was, you know, in 2 accidents in less than a year, both not my fault, but New Jersey's a no-fault state, which y'all bitches need to change that because the whole no-fault state thing, same thing with Florida, the whole no-fault state thing is such bullshit. Sorry, I kind of went off on a tangent there and actually my camera completely cut out. So, but going back to the free Mercedes thing. So, for example, like how I was saying, I bought that car, I decided that I can make the payments for that car, and I wanted that car. I mean, of course, who doesn't want a Mercedes, but I want to have a choice in the color. I want to have a choice to not have Arbonne plastered in 3 different spots on the car, okay? It's a little ridiculous and that's a little tacky in my opinion. Like it's bad enough that everyone knows that the pink Cadillac is the Mary Kay Cadillac. They ruined that for me because I love the color pink. But so anyway, so just saying, the Mercedes is not free. Basically, that's all I wanted to talk about today. And this is Monica reporting live from the highway. Bye.